right now, there aren't any live sport events happening.
Right.
What do you do now to fill the void?
It's tough to fill the void right now without any live sporting events. I think the Michael Jordan documentary on Sunday nights has been, in many ways, a live sporting event, even though obviously it's a tape program, because it's still, people are talking about it. It still feels topical. I know the UFC started last weekend. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but now I've had to become a huge fan simply because there's nothing else to watch. I even remember a few weeks ago, NBA players were playing video games on ESPN, and it was very boring, but I watched 45 minutes of it simply because it felt like something was happening live and in the moment.
I've watched some documentaries, and I've watched like one or two games that I remember as a kid growing up. One was Michael Jordan, and one was a Phillies game that I went to in 1993.
I've watched, ESPN has been playing Monday Night Football games for the past couple of years. I played NFL trivia through an app 2 days ago, and then I've still been watching SportsCenter from time to time, and they talk about old things in the future. I followed NFL free agency very closely. I watched the draft last night, which I'm a Packers fan and I'm very upset. Yeah, so I seek out and I watched All or Nothing, the show on Amazon. I've sought out sports related content and a little sort of non-sports related content to sort of fill the gap in time.
Recently, I've also been going on like YouTube and seeing live games there, which is awesome.
On Phillies.com, you can go on their message boards and fans post games that they taped, things like that. So that's what I did for the Phillies game.
Because live sports have been suspended during the pandemic, the podcasts are one of the things that kind of keep me connected to that community of people and that hobby of watching, and people who also love to watch basketball and love to talk about basketball and love to share stories about players and things like that.
I am going to be watching tons of live sports as soon as they are available. And that's actually something that has given me a little bit of, has been heartening during this, is that yes, there will be a vaccine for a while, and that there might not be sort of sports as we knew them with people in the crowd, but we'll get to watch games.
I know that on ESPN that they want to advertise what's coming up. They could always say, hey, Michael Jordan's 62-point game is going to be on tonight, tune in. They never do that kind of stuff. I think more advertisement for that would be better for people to tune in, because something like that, it'll hit on your memory board.
I was watching UFC a couple weeks ago, and it was like a 12-hour event. They were televising all these fights. Again, if I was to get a UFC before the pandemic, I would watch the main event. I really wouldn't care. But since it was a live sporting event, I was watching all these lesser-known fights. And to be honest, the way I was making myself entertained was by placing small bets on them, on a DraftKings or a Bovada. So if there could be an integration where I could maybe bet through the UI, or I could see standings. I had my laptop in front of me and I was checking the standings of my DraftKings contest after every fight. But if that could be projected alongside the action, it would simplify my life and it'd probably excite me to bet more.